Hello everyone, Nick here, the Gaming Otter. So, this is going to be a bit of an unconventional video, so if you can't tell by my shirt, I'm a huge PAX fan, and I have gone to PAX for many years. I've gone to PAX West since it was Prime in 2014 and 15, and then it switched to West, I believe, in 16, and I went to East in 2012, and I went to South, first one in 20... what was it? Oh yeah, 2015. So I went to South for 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I went to a lot of the PAX conventions over the 2010s, and I have to say, guys, this PAX West feels like a bit of a ripoff to me. And we're going to go over why. So we're going to go to the site right now. So let's just go over here. So it says, feels great to say welcome home. Okay, great, it's back. So let's go to its schedule. Let's see the expo hall. What do they got in the expo hall, right? Actually, let's go to the handheld tourneys first, because I want to see that. So, interesting to note is that there is no 3DS games anymore. Now, I know the 3DS is retired, but I just think that's kind of odd to me that they wouldn't have any 3DS games anymore. I would have thought that they would have kept it on for at least another year or two. So that's already a disappointment for me. Then if I go to consoles, I mean, you've got WarioWare, Tetris, Super Mario 60... How is there a tournament for Super Mario 64? Get the fastest ending? Maybe? That's interesting. Toadstool Tour? That'd probably one tournament I'd probably do. Perfect Dark? Maybe. Yeah, Dead Cells isn't a bad game. It's good. Dead or Alive? Fine. So, but I'd be honest with you, I'm looking at these tournaments and it just feels very blah. It feels very bland to me. And then let's go to, I believe it's under, is it features? Oh yeah, here's the expo hall. Ready for this? So, I hate to say it, but it's pretty obvious if I go through all this list. There's no Nintendo. Yep. Let's go through the ends. No Nintendo. There's no Sony. And there's no Microsoft. So you mean to tell me that a convention that is known for being a video game convention does not have the big three? And it's costing, let's just check how much it is. So the convention's going to be $230. You're spending $230, but what was a very well-featured convention of the big three. And now you're paying so less. And mind you, we're still in a pandemic, guys. The Delta variant is still real. If you're not vaccinated, you probably shouldn't go to begin with. So that's a major one. And to be honest, like, even in this pandemic, I really don't feel like going to a gaming convention right now. This is just massively disappointing to me that they would even decide to do this kind of thing. I mean, let's not even forget the fact that they decided to do a convention without checking people's statuses of the virus. It's like, you're serious, right? Like, you can't do that. That's just dumb. That's just really not smart. You know, and I think it's funny because I see Xbox here and PlayStation. Yeah, there's no Xbox or PlayStation here, guys. You might want to get rid of that. Yeah. So this is just massively disappointing all around. I mean, it might be happening, but it's definitely not a very strong PAX. This is easily one of the weakest PAX I've ever seen in my entire history of actually doing these conventions. So, wrapping up my final thoughts. If you want to go, fine. I'm not saying it's the worst thing you do, but I'd be honest with you, like, if I was, like, flying from far away, it's like, oh, the badge itself is going to be $230. Oh, I'd have to pay for a hotel room. Oh, the flight. They cover flight. So flight, badges, the hotel room, the food. You're talking about easily spending over $500-$600 to go to this convention. And to be honest, and that's not even depend. I mean, I don't know how much you spend for a hotel. It might be even more. So it might be even up to $1,000. So to be honest with you, no, I'm not feeling this convention. You know, I still think PAX has been cool in the past, but this definitely feels like a ripoff. and just disappointing. I'm gonna be upfront with you too. I think the 2010s are probably gonna be the best PAX uh, of probably of all, because I definitely can sense the video game market is definitely changing, and I mean maybe there's still some good games to be had, but it's hard to say if gaming has a threshold that it could get any better than what it has been in the past. I'm not saying it can't. I'm sure it can. It's definitely possible, but it's hard for me to say if it's going to have the same level of impact. Then again, if you grew up like with a history of certain games like, Nintendo or Sony, and you remember those games from your childhood, they definitely invoke a certain feeling and emotion. And you know, I think a lot of people would agree that the gaming industry has definitely changed a lot through the years. Some changes for the better, and some not so much. I mean, even Nintendo has definitely had its fair share of falls. I mean, the Wii U was not that great, honestly. And even though I love the 3DS, it wasn't really like the critical success of the DS. So, the Switch is technically a better console than the Wii U. I'll definitely agree with that. But I'd be honest with you, like Animal Crossing, New Horizons, I want to like the game, but there's a lot of content missing. And there was a lot of content missing from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, it's not even including the Dexit problem. But I guess my main overall thing is with this PAX West is just WTF. Like, what the PAX? Like, you're going in and you're just no big three. And your tournament, you kicked out the 3DS already. Yeah, that's a no for me. So, anyway, if you want to go, you want to spend the money, go ahead. I guess if you lived in Seattle, I could maybe justify it. But even still, I'd pass. So, anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you go to PAX this year? I'm not going. That's a pass for me. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.